Peace, love, and light, everyone. So I have been trying to speak with my guardian all night, and since the Blu-ray is basically just a 7th density memory complex, the more your consciousness grows, the more information this memory complex is thrown at you. So there is no gender, there is no identity. The Blu-ray is just a mirror, a program of its own, if you want to say. So I'm trying to do this. I'm not a professional. I'm not a YouTube professional. I am just I know who I am. I know what I am. I know why I'm here. I know how I got here. I know what my contract was about. And I know that my origin, I kind of messed up, as most Blu-rays did. We are the ones that tampered with the human being, the three-brain being. We put a chakra system inside of you guys. As I mentioned, we're scientists. I'm talking like 49 million years ago or something. Like, that's, you know. So when they say we are fallen angels and we've fallen from grace, we truly have. Because not all of us Blu-rays participated or were used in this Earth project, meaning us being the science project. So the Blu-rays pretty much wrote this. They say the law of one, but my guardian says it's the law of becoming one, because there are steps that you have to take in order to become unity consciousness and decide if you want to come back here as an ascended master and do it again, or you want to become an ascended master here and go through hell, then do it again. But the difference now is we're in a new age and there is a soul trap happening, and we keep reincarnating here. That's why there are so many of us, different star seeds, angelics, returnees, chosen, one foot, whatever you want to call us. We're here, we're back, because it's kind of our responsibility. This really has nothing to do with God. This is us defying the Creator and tampering with his creation, okay? And we're seeing it in front of us. So it's actually I'm going to do a video about the true laws of the universe, what we should be following, what we call them. So basically the law of correspondence is what is inside is reflecting what is on the out. So whatever is happening around you, whatever's happening right now, like this awakening, this great unveiling, like all of it, it doesn't matter if it's truth or not. That's polarity. That's another law of the universe that you have to master here, that we're going to talk about in this video. The law of becoming one. I'm silly. So, like, I tell people all the time, because I really don't have anybody to talk to about my situation, because it's always somewhat of a juxtaposition, so somebody can explain it away. But you know, that's where it comes in with you. That you programmed, though I programmed those people as opposition, so I could fight the opposite of consciousness, which is just narcissism, which just means you don't see anything outside of yourself. So it's like going through the pain to get to the pleasure. Like, how would you know the light if you didn't know the dark? How would you know the dark if you didn't know the light? So for a Blu-ray that has to go through this 7 density, how do I say it, memory complex here on Earth, if we reincarnate back here, then you know, this is very important to know. So today I'm gonna like, these are my like corny notes, because I'm not a professional, but you know, like I said, I don't have anybody to talk to, so it's like I can write a book in a day. You know, it's like so much to say, and I'm kind of grateful for YouTube. I don't claim to know everything. I I am, like I spoke in my last video, I am here to get rid of labels. I am here to integrate polarity. I am here to not integrate, show you how it can be used to help your growth, your personal growth. Okay, so the law of becoming one. All right, so I'm not going to give you the history of it. You can look it up on YouTube. You can check it out. You can there's all different variations in people's takes, analogies, opinions, all that different kind of you know, so this is coming from a Blu-ray, and I'll share my experiences as we go through as well. So right now we're explaining that there are infinite numbers of universes. Okay, so this is the law of becoming one, right? So the premise is there's an infinite number of universes, but there's 7 levels of consciousness one must meet to leave the third density, and we are the third density, and I'll get into that. And I'll explain how we are in a little bit. So basically, the lower the density, the lower the vibration, meaning we can't grow. We're entangled. We can't be conscious, meaning think. We're stuck, if you want to call it something like cognitive dissonance, right? So the first level of density is organic experience. It's beginning. It's the root chakra. And remember, we created the chakra system, so of course our way would be to show you how to achieve it and use it and time travel on it and become that spiritual being, master, ascended master, you know. So that's the beginner, that's the root chakra. Okay, now if that is damaged as a child, this could send a child onto a very scary spiritual or conscious journey without them knowing, and they're in theta beta, so they can easily be controlled in that way as well through the root chakra. That's why they like to sexually abuse. I hate to say that, but that is like the lowest level. Okay, that is that fake reality out there. That is the lowest level of, you know, and on a local level, it's happening, of what's happening and how they get their, my friend calls it loosh, another friend calls it loosh. They get your energy from you. They get like that Dr. Sleep, that prequel to The Shining, right? Okay, so let's go on. So number 2 is just growth. Like it involves your sacral chakra, and I would like you to look at the chakras after this so you can see how they, where you're at, what you feel you have to work on, and things of that nature. You'll know which density you're at. Okay, so growth, it's how we react to the environment. Okay, that's kind of like when we're babies, so most of us should be past that by now. Some of us are still not consciously, but that's okay. There's no judgment, it just is. The third is where we're at right now, the veil of forgetting, the amnesia that you may or may not have been signed up for a long time ago, before we tampered with the human, the 3-brain being. This didn't even exist. It didn't have to. There didn't have to be a guide. There didn't have to be a way. Okay? So this is another reason why we feel it's our duty, our mission, to fix what we've done wrong. And you'll see what I mean towards the end, and I'll explain in the future how we do that. Give you a few little tricks of true magic with a CK. So it's the 3D human experience, the one we call the matrix. Okay? This is where you have a choice in polarity. This is where you can look at that law of correspondence. What is within is without. Okay? Some people get a twin flame for that, and they get to grow off of each other, see what narcissistic behaviors they have to rid of so they can become more conscious, because narcissism is just the opposite of consciousness. We'll do a whole video on that as well. So basically it is just basically freedom from the ego. So ego is like the body denying the soul, just period. You have two choices in the polarity at this point. Some people, my friend calls it a tap on the shoulder. You have the service to self, which is narcissism, or service to others, which is consciousness, right? So now let's go on to 4. This is where Yeshua comes in, and why I love that story so much, and his way of healing for many reasons, not just, his love and his heart chakra. So number 4 is the heart chakra, the 4th level. So this is where astral projection happens, meaning it's just for expansion. It's not used to mess with people or figure out your future, your dreams, or what's going to happen next. That's the ego. It's so you can find out that you truly have telepathy, you have healing abilities, and you basically emerge and become a light being. And when people say, or like, I believe it was the Buddha once said, somebody said to the Buddha, well, why is your light shining so bright? He said, because I'm enlightened. So enlightenment is number 4, the love. That's why I always say you go through the love. So number 5 is wisdom and light. Okay, so that's the throat chakra. You're vibrating off the 4th. So the 4th and the 5th are the same. You're living your life of service. Now you're using your healing ability to fix what we've done, right? To aid others in their suffering. To really basically finish your mission. That's why so many complete your mission. That's why so many are talking about Christ right now. Yeshua, like some people believe they are him. In my opinion, he was an ascended master. And in the thousands of lives I've had, I'm sure I've been quite a few. So, St. Jerome's another one to look into. Master R were ascended masters. Even Plato was ascended master. R.J. Skeena told me that one. That was interesting. So, number 5 also goes with helping others raise their consciousness. You're able to manipulate consciousness. Now, this is where you get the Harry Potter story. Was Harry a Slytherin, or was he a Gryffindor? Was he the polarity? Was he good or was he bad? Was he going to use his powers to manipulate consciousness for love, for the righteous, or not? Okay? So, by that time, it should be for love. But that's just an example. Number 6 is unity and balance. So, this would look like you having an ego death. There's no ego, there's no you, there's no false identity, there's no Monica, there's no this story I told myself for how many years, even when I thought I was awakened 15 years ago. It wasn't even close. I was on the path, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you guys that story, how my guardian came to me in a dream and knocked on my window, and I was petrified because I still had all these false belief systems. I'll tell you guys my story sometime about, my path to remembering my origin. So anyway, so this is where your third eye comes in. You just know. It's seen with all eyes. It's seen with all senses. It's feeling with everything. It's integrating your entire chakra system. Even though there's 7, this is where, this is it. Because 7, now if you had a choice and there were no soul traps, which that's diminishing. That's why we're in this age of Aquarius, which just means the age of unveiling. And it's just time. So that's why we've returned. So this is where you would have to go back in time to help others remember who they are. You know, spirits in body, an ascended master. So instead of coming back again, which I'm never coming back again, my goal is to raise consciousness so much with this law of becoming one that you choose not to come back to this prison planet ever again. It's nice to till the land. It's a beautiful place. We grow from love, we grow from pain, you know, it's awesome, but there's so many other places to be, you know, and this body kind of sucks. So I'm having to go back in time. Like an example would be to help somebody remember their childhood, to help them remember their good attributes and their bad, and why they've received or they've developed these bad behaviors. I don't like labels, but either negative or positive, just it is. Just, how about say disagreeable behaviors to the self, you know. So ultimately I'm a mirror. So whatever people feel is what they see. And my voice is also a light code, so it doesn't matter what I say. It's if I say it with the vibration of my heart, like Yeshua, right? That's why Blu-rays also have an affinity to Yeshua and John the Baptist and other ascended masters, because the heart center is always where it's at. So we always relate. So you guys can probably tell I'm a little nervous, but please give me feedback. If you've always thought you were a Blu-ray, you want to know more, you want me to get more personal, you want me to give you real life situations, not just tell you what it is through a video and you're just like, and it's like these like big, you know, fancy words. Like, I can meet people where they're at. That's one of my ways. So I welcome any comments. I welcome any concerns. I welcome any ideas on future videos. Ask me anything. I am an open book. Remember, I'm your consciousness becoming fully online again. I'm your ticket out of here. No ego, no judgment. Or I mean, no ego, no shade. There are many of us, and we'll make a video about that sometime too if you'd like, but I would like to try to stay on the Blu-ray starseed. Or what we should really say, a 7th density memory complex. Because I always wondered why I hated men like my entire life, and it was because my spirit is a man, is masculine. Don't even say man, just say masculine or feminine. And my twin flame had to bring me into my feminine. That's a whole nother situation. So, okay, I'm rambling. So thank you guys for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed. Please put in the comments what you wanted to speak about next. What I was going to speak about today was actually why Blu-rays have a narcissistic program for themselves, meaning a programmed family to keep them in the dark. So that's my next one, but let me know. Have a wonderful, amazing, beautiful, joyful day. Peace, love, and light from the Blu-ray perspective, from the Blu-ray love.